Hello, welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica, and this is the mid-year freakout tag. All the information about the creator of this tag is down below. And I'll also say, make sure to check your triggers when I talk about these books, because some of them are really dark. I don't share triggers in my videos because I think that they're spoilery, but I always recommend using the app Storygraph to check if you have any concerns about anything. So without further ado, let's just jump into the tag. Number 1, I'm also going to say I own some of these books, but I don't have the energy to go downstairs and pull them off my library shelves. So I'm just putting the photos up on the screen. Okay, number 1, what is the best book you've read this year? I have several. I can never name just one, but the top books that I've read this year would be Darkly by Marisha Pessl, and this is a young adult thriller horror, and it is about a game, like a board game maker, who puts a call out for interns all over the world, and these interns fly to this remote island supposedly to work on an internship, and it turns out to not be that, and it's really spooky and it's really unhinged. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Marisha Pessl is one of my all-time favorite authors. I believe, I haven't heard anything more about it, but I believe there is going to be a film adaptation. I think Jamie, what's her name? She's in the Halloween movie. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis has chosen to direct it or bought the rights to it or something like that to adapt it to a TV series, which sounds amazing. And we might buddy watch that when it finally comes out. The second book that's on my best of list so far this year is The Republic of Birds by Jessica Miller. And this one is a polar middle grade fantasy. It's also Slavic. I love a Slavic middle grade, or just a Slavic story in general, where you've got like the Baba Yagas and the Firebirds and all of that folklore and symbolism, and this book had that. So this is about a girl and her family. They get exiled to like the edge of this forest, which is the dividing line between her country and then an area that they call the Republic of Birds. Her younger sister is kidnapped by the Republic of Birds, and she goes on an adventure to bring her home. And it's just, I just loved it. There's nothing that I could say critically about this book. It's just perfection in 200 pages, and definitely one of my new all-time favorite middle grades. And then the last one to share for best books is Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. This is a YA horror. And I just realized none of the books that I've read, like the adult books that I've read, made this list. I've had a lot of duds for the adult fiction, but a lot of great reads for middle grade and YA, and that's really interesting. So Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews is about two boys who are at a boarding school, and one of them writes stories and the other one draws, and they find out that the monsters and things that the one is drawing have come to life and are living in the forest outside the school. And that's all I'll tell you about it. It is the sweetest love story. There's asexual representation in this, which is done really, really well. It does anxiety really, really well. There are some twists and turns in this that just, jaw-dropping moments kinds of things. It's just so good. It was just so good. And then C.G. Drews does have another book coming out, Hazelthorn, I think it's called. Can't wait to read that. So those are the best that I've read so far this year. Number 2, the best sequel. Okay, there's 2 I can talk about here. The first is kind of a cheat because I never read the first book in this series, but the series is called, I don't even know. I didn't write it down. But the book is Torn by Carrie Ann Cole. And it's actually book 2 in this series, but it was incredible. And it's one of those, I don't think you have to read the series in order to really appreciate each book. I think they're very loosely connected. But yeah, Torn was great. And then the other one was a cozy mystery series, book 2 of the Evenfall B&B Witches. Is that the whole title? Evenfall B&B Witches? I think so. By Orly Wallace, and book 2 is called When the Crow's Away. Perfection. I really wish there were more books in that series, but alas, we only got 2. But they're so good. If you like paranormal cozies, you have to read that series. Number 3, a new release you want to read. I have done new release videos every month for the past couple of months. There's a lot of them that I want to get to, but one has really stuck in my brain as one I can't stop thinking about it, and I need to get a copy of it. I need to get hold of it. And that is Polybius, which is a sci-fi, and it's set in an arcade, and it's supposed to have like Stranger Things vibes. There's definitely more to the story that I'm not recalling right now from the description, but something about that book is just calling to me so loudly. I put in an interlibrary loan request for my library because my library doesn't have it in any format. So we'll see if they can get it. Otherwise, once I meet my 20 books read challenge, that might be the one that I buy. Okay, number 4, your most anticipated new releases. So when I was prepping for this video, the one at the time that immediately came to mind was book 2 in the Legends and Lattes series, which is a cozy fantasy series. And it's called Brigands and Bread Knives by Travis Baldree. I've really enjoyed that series so far, and I believe this book 2 comes out in November. And then C.G. Drews also has one coming out, as I mentioned before. I think it's called Hazelthorn, but I don't know when it's coming out. Number 5, your biggest disappointment. Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. I had really high expectations for this, to be honest, so that's partly my fault that I set my expectations so high, but they were high because book 1 and 2 in the series were so fantastic, and I just was very let down by Oathbound. And I'm not saying it was a bad book. It wasn't a bad book. It was fine. It was middle of the road. But I didn't want fine. I wanted amazing, all-time favorite like the first 2 were. Number 6, your biggest surprise. This is a middle grade that I had never heard of, that I picked up just randomly because it had blue on the cover during the month of May. I was on the Mysteries and Mayhem Sleuths team, and for that we got more bonus points if we read books with blue on the cover. And it was middle grade May, so I just picked this up randomly on audiobook. And it is The Meticulous Jones and the Skull Tattoo by Philippa Leffley, which is book 1 in the Inkbound series. And I was so surprised by how much I liked this book because I never heard of it, never heard anybody talk about it. And it was also a new release this year, and more to come in that series soon, hopefully. So I guess I could add that to new releases I'm looking forward to. This ended up being a 5-star read. But it's about this girl who lives in a world where you get a tattoo that tells you your fate and tells you like what your job's going to be and that kind of thing. And her tattoo says that she is going to murder someone with her magic. And so the rest of the book is about her like dealing with the fallout of that. And then there's more complexities and things like that that happen within the universe. And it was so good. Like, it was really, really good. And I was surprised, but it was definitely a 5-star read. Number 7, your new favorite author. I guess I would say C.G. Drews, because so far that book's sitting at the top of the list for my book of the year. Number 8, your newest fictional crush. I really don't have one. Number 9, your newest favorite character. So this is one that I read in June, pretty recently, and it's called Margot's Got Money Problems. And the character is Jinx. And Jinx in the story is Margot's dad. He is a professional wrestler, like think WWE, and he also just got out of rehab and is overcoming addiction. And he's a big softie and also hilarious. Like, I just loved him. Number 10, a book that made you cry. There was only one book so far that made me cry this year, and that was The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. This is an adult historical literary fiction about this Native American child that gets kidnapped, and a lot of heavy-hitting themes in that one. And it didn't make me sob, but it definitely made me tear up. And that's really the only book that's made me tear up this year. Number 11, a book that made you happy. I've got several books that made me happy, where I closed the book and just felt joy after reading it. So we've got Darkly by Marisha Pessl. We have The Republic of Birds. We have Frostheart by Jamie Littler. And Margot's Got Money Problems. Number 12, favorite book to movie adaptation. I have watched very, very little TV and movies this year, so I don't have an answer. Number 13, favorite content you've created. So this year, one of my favorite video series that I'm making is my favorite quotes video series, where I share my favorite quotes from the month, and that's been really fun. Number 14, the most beautiful book that you've bought. Well, this is one I haven't technically bought, but I have a copy of The Snow Girl by Sophie Anderson, and it's absolutely beautiful. The cover is beautiful. It's got it's deep blue and it's got silver sparkles and everything. It's gorgeous. I don't have the energy to go get it and show it to you though, I'm sorry. And number 15, what do you need to read by the end of the year? I always want to say everything, but in particular, I want to make sure I'm all caught up on the Love Said Buddy reads. There's at least one, maybe two, yeah, definitely two that I haven't gotten to yet. So I haven't gotten to The Teller of Small Fortunes, and I haven't gotten to A Lady for a Duke. So I want to make sure to get through those and make sure I've read all of the buddy reads for the year. I want to make sure I've read all of the trilogy along books for the year. And yeah, I think that's what I'll prioritize, or really hope that I'm in the mood to get through. I'll put it that way. All right, that is the mid-year freakout tag. If you would like to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. And if you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you're here, go ahead and leave like a watch or an hourglass emoji, since we are halfway through the year and time is running out here in 2025. Until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.